G'day guys, it's the Pink King here and I'm back with another one of my AFL 2020 Premiership season videos. And this one, we got Port Adelaide versus Carlton. And it doesn't really look like it's going to be a close game. 13th versus 7th doesn't really look that close. But realistically, I'm pretty sure there's only one game in between the two teams. Port's now won 2 games, I think. They beat the Western Bulldogs last round. And obviously in the real life they also won against the Gold Coast Suns. Believe Carlton are 3-3. After a bit of a slow start to the season, they've got their arse in a gear and they've won a couple in a row. So yeah, doesn't really sound like it's a close game, 13th versus 7th, but yeah, it's actually at this stage in the season it's still pretty close. Heavy rain at Adelaide Oval, so that means it's going to be pretty difficult to score, which seems to be the case in a lot of the games recently. A lot of rain. I don't know if they've got the real life weather forecast going and all that, but I think it is meant to be raining pretty badly on Saturday too, so yeah, looks like it's going to be somewhat accurate to the actual weather. Alrighty. So Adelaide Oval for Port Adelaide versus Carlton, and look how shit it looks. Oh boy. Still a lot of people on the hill considering how heavy the rain's meant to be, so yeah, they're real keen on it. 100 games for who? I saw a true champion, 100 games. Congrats, but who? Plowman. The banner's gone and shit itself a bit. That's not really anything special, is it? No.
The cheer squads. The captains of both sides make their way to the middle for the coin toss.
I don't know how they've done the lighting, but it's cool. It's like twilight lighting, but it's also raining. The stadium's nowhere near full, but I mean it's probably more people in the stadium than what I'd expect with heavy rain. Alright, so the ball's thrown up in the air. Ice and Cruiser go up and bang. Tap down by Carlton. Kicked forward. Soccer forward again. They're not going to pick it up today, I don't think. Yeah, soccer forward again. It's a point. Levi Casbolt with the first score of the match.
Now they lead by 1.
Boy, oh boy. It's like we're playing soccer today.
Players move as they look to provide
Fassini plays on, runs down the pocket and kicks it wide and not very long to Charlie Curnow, who's just inside 50. He goes short back inside 50, and yeah, nothing really happening there as it goes out of bounds off Tom Cleary, who gets tackled over the line. Thrown back in, Lyset taps it down. Breaks a tackle, kicks it forward. Players run to get to the contest, and Liam Jones is the one that takes the mark. He sends it to the 50, no mark. Cripps breaks a tackle, boots it up in the air. It's a 3-on-1 here, and Eddie Betts just makes him look silly. He's back at the old home ground. Not the old home ground, but the old home ground. And yeah, he's lost his touch. Obviously that wasn't hard enough for him, so he misses. Hits the goal post.
deciding where to go with the kick in.
It wasn't a game-winning kick after the siren or just before the siren to win the match. So Port struggling to get it outside of their defensive 50 at the moment. Marked by Cruiser, sent Mitch McGovern. He handballs over the top, inside 50, quick short kick. No mark, so at least the defence is holding up. It's just they can't get it outside of the 50. Or far outside the 50 anyway. Cruiser, I'm not sure who won that. It was between Cruiser and Lysette. But anyway, ball comes down. Cleary kicks it wide. It's going to bounce out of bounds. It's just called out of bounds. No deliberate there. Still 2-0. You know, the ball actually has been picked up quite a lot. I was expecting this to be practically a soccer match. Holding the ball, that's rough. That was real rough. Doesn't matter, it's been kicked down the wing. Again, a repeat entry by the Carlton Blues. And Port are the first of the ball and a high tackle against Petrosky-Seaton. Cleary takes the mark. He's had a lot of the ball so far. I think he's had 3 or 4 disposals since I've noticed it. Levi Casbolt takes the intercept mark though. Kicks it up in the air to the 50. It's a 2-on-1. And the first bloke to the ball is Tom Jonas. He runs, he takes a bounce down the wing. I can't believe he can do that in heavy rain. Westhoff is first to the ball. He gets tackled immediately. Dixon comes and gives help and he boots it towards goal and hits the post. I don't know how he managed that. 9 seconds remain in the quarter and that will do it. No way Carlton turn this over in 9 seconds. Couldn't even take a mark in time. So it's 1 point the difference. Carlton leads 2-1 at quarter time.
What do you make of it all, Gaz? Carlton are getting themselves into the
just the one inside 50 for Port.
Thank you very much, Gaz.
To Carlton 6. Looking at all the other stats though, got to say Port's turned over the ball a bit. And they've been tackled a lot by Carlton. But other than that, it's 50-50 ball game really. They've done enough to keep themselves in it, considering they conceded 6 inside 50s. Apparently Cleary's only had 2, and I swear I saw him get at least 3 or 4. I don't think this disposal count is exactly accurate. Passini with 2, Cleary with 2, Lysett with 2. Cripps, McGovern and Casbolt all with 2 disposals to lead the teams. Let's get back into it.
Ready to go for the second turn.
Thrown up.
Big thump from Cruiser.
Cruiser taps down a
Cripps kicks hurriedly.
Cripps. Sorry about that. Kicks to the wing. Kicked forward. Not sure who that was that kicked it forward, but it's down the wing anyway. Gray gets the ball, gets drilled to the ground. Before Silvani picks it up and accidentally runs it over the boundary line for a throw in. So Lysett takes it out of the ruck, gets tackled. That's holding the ball every day of the week. Can't take it out of the ruck like that and expect to get away with it. Cruiser takes the mark on the wing. He goes short, so the Carlton are playing around with it a lot. And if they were a bit more decisive and direct with their kicking, maybe they might be further in front. But it's now taken a high tackle against Sam Walsh on the wing. Port goes short inboard, and you can't really fuck around with it in the wet weather, which both teams are finding out here as Patrick Cripps kicks it straight out in the full. You pretty much just got to keep it low and keep it direct at your own goal and just, you know, keep it moving forward. You can't mess around with it. While saying that, high tackle against Cruiser, so Port go direct like I told them to. No mark, but that's okay because it's 50 metres closer to goal as Wiedering gets tackled for a ball up. Just inside 50, Cruiser versus Rosie. And Jack Watts gives away the free kick. So, see, that's the issue, is they just couldn't hold it in. Wiedering had a player there helping him out as he takes the mark, sends it wide on the wing. Who was that? Jonas, I think. I couldn't see the number though. Oh no, it was Brad Ebert. So you can't really tell. Anyway, kick forward by Carlton. It's pretty wide and it's a long way out for Petrosky-Seaton, so he looks for a better angle. He fails to find one of his own players, but Mark Murphy ends up with the ball somehow. Oh, spilled. Spilled by Passini. He boots it out of the 50 again. Marked by Travis Boak, so they managed to mop it up just in time. It was right in the goal square. Motlop second to the ball. Murphy spills it out, and Lockie O'Brien is the number 4 for Carlton. He gets tackled. So Rosie is a bit more evenly matched now because it's no longer Cruiser in the ruck. It's whoever number 30 is, Carlton player. Mark Murphy breaks a couple tackles, handballs it off, kicked forward by Carlton, inside 50, marked by Tom Rockcliffe. 3 to go in the half. He goes real wide to Travis Boak, who centres it a little bit to Ryan Burton. They got to move. 2 minutes now. They've moved it all of about 20 metres. Darcy Byrne-Jones takes the mark. He goes sideways and forward a bit more. Now, oh no, they've turned it over. Mitch McGowan gets tackled, so that probably should wrap it up for the half. 50 seconds remaining. Heaps of broken tackles by the Carlton player, but he doesn't go direct towards goal, and the siren goes before a mark is taken. So it's still 2-1. Nothing happened that quarter in terms of scores. Inside 50 counts even more skewed Carlton's way now. Disposals starting to head their way. What else has gone? Clangers have evened up. Tackles are still favouring Carlton as well. And the hitouts are starting to favour Carlton pretty heavily too. Boak now has 4 disposals. Cripps has 5. Not a whole lot else has changed that much. Let's get into the second half. Ball thrown up again. Cruiser, I think, is the one that won that one. Not entirely sure though. Handballed forward by Port. Murphy gets the ball and boots it forward again for Carlton. Comes down to a Port player. It's Ryan Burton. He gets done for throwing the ball. Just took too many players on. Kicked forward by Carlton. Enters their 50, but Burton was under it. Lyset runs onto the ball. There was a 3-on-1 there, and they decided to handball it forward. That's a bit silly. You run with the ball in that situation. Kick to a 2-on-1, and Tom Jonas is the one, and he wins it. Kicks it out to the wing. He saw a player by himself. It's Robbie Gray. That's a good decision every single day of the week to find Robbie Gray by himself. Kicks to Charlie Dixon, who doesn't decide to run towards goal before playing on, and he just boots it straight into the crowd. And Zach Vischer does the exact same thing and somehow gets delivered out of bounds instead of out in the full. Kicked forward by Port. Throwing the ball against Nick Newman. They were out there. Carlton were unlucky as Ollie Wines takes the mark about 60 out from goal. He decides to keep it moving. Sees Motlop and kicks it to him. He takes the mark and he's in range from here. Could be a rare chance for a goal. And he's kicked it. So the first goal of the match comes in the halfway through the third quarter via Stephen Motlop's boot. It's 7-2. And it might sound weird, but that's a good percentage boost. Actually, it's not really because it's only 7-2. If that percentage was 70-20, then it would be good. But anyway, Rosie's back in the ruck, which is always bad for Port because they usually lose the taps. Goes forward for Carlton, and Tom Rockcliffe gets done for rough conduct somehow. He gets the next contest though. Ball doesn't get out properly, and now it's booted away. 3-on-3. Port come out the back with it. They've got numbers running towards goal. Robbie Gray's there. He doesn't get onto it, so he soccers it forward. Jack Watts tackles. Ball spills loose. Westhoff tries to tackle. Motlop tries to tackle. Ball comes out. Players just running and throwing themselves at the ball. 3-on-1, and Cade Simpson comes out with it. He kicks down to the middle of the ground. No one can take the mark. It's gone wide though. Throwing the ball against Sam Powell-Pepper. That's real rough. Don't really think he had much possession there. As Lockie Plowman takes the mark. Smothered. Plays on. Kicks it forward. 1-on-1. And Harry McKay wins that easily. Good timing on the bump. And just, yeah, pretty much was all alone by the time the ball hit him. So he has a pretty easy shot at goal, and he's missed it. He's missed it from about 15 out.
There's nothing in this. Ready to bring it back into play.
They should be in front right now, but they're down by 4 as Piscini goes short to Ryan Burton. He's just got to waste 20 seconds off the clock. That will probably do it. No mark taken. And the siren goes for three-quarter time. Port by 4 points because Carlton can't kick a goal from 15 out. to put them in front.
Anything you can see, Gary?
Carlton turned it over too often today. They aren't coping with the pressure. They should.
So Carlton's still winning the inside 50s. Although it looked like Port had it down their way a fair bit that quarter. The contested possessions, like the disposals are pretty even, but the contested possessions are very heavily favouring Port. So that's something to watch. They're really getting to the ball first, it seems. Clangers still Port needing to be a bit sharper with their disposals. Tackles are still favouring Carlton a fair bit, but that's because they're just getting second of the ball by the looks of it. Hit-outs still favouring Carlton pretty heavily. Kerno and Mark Murphy got an extra disposal each there. Piscini got another disposal. Everything else is exactly the same as it was at three-quarter time. At half-time. So the ball goes up for the last quarter. Lysette and Cruiser kicked forward by whoever that was. Eddie Betts takes the mark inside 50. Is this match-winning goal that he usually kicks? No, he goes short. He goes sideways to Ed Kerno, who's probably even further out from goal. In fact, he definitely is. He doesn't even look towards goal before booting it up in the air towards the 50. And Lysette runs it out of bounds. So 3.5 minutes run off the clock already just by that. As Bergman comes on for Ollie Wines. Taking out the ruck. High tackle. Kerno got away with one there. That was a high tackle and it would have been holding the ball if it wasn't. 4 points the difference. This to put them in front. And he's missed. So Carlton's still yet to score a goal this game. 0 goals 4 to 1-1. Port just been a little bit more efficient here, which is funny to say because in their turn they've had way more turnovers too. No mark outside 50 though. Port to the first of the ball. Handballs to no one. It's in the middle of the ground. It's now 2 on none. Oh, big tackle. That was maybe a goal-saving tackle, but it's kicked forward anyway. And who's kicked that one? It's Eddie Betts. He loves the last quarter goal to put them in front, and he's done it again.
Carlton goes back in front.
Some great ball movement there.
Socket forward. Where is he? He's at the edge of the square, and he just goes bang towards goal, and it goes through. So 3 points the difference. It's going to be tough now. I don't know if... Oh my. Colin Rosie just tapped it straight to Kerno, who didn't even bother going up for the ruck. Yeah, it's going to be tough for Port to get another goal here. They haven't had that many inside 50s. Carlton generally have had more of the play in their forward half. And there's only been 1 goal scored for the whole game, or 2 goals scored now. But Port have only scored 1 goal for the whole game so far. Ball comes out. Rockcliffe overruns the ball. Port have the numbers here. They just need to get the ball. And Sam Doherty holds it up. For a ball up, 7.5 to go. Time definitely still either team can score. It's just whether that score is a goal. Carlton have the numbers, they kick it forward. That's where they want it. In the middle of nowhere, wasting some time. First back is Hamish Hartlett. He runs it out of bounds first before kicking it. So it would have been out in the full, but it's okay. Rosie and Cruiser, that's a bad matchup. Eddie Betts turns it over and Port need to get a good run here. 4.5 to go. Miles Bergman comes on, gets smothered. Broken tackle, 2 broken tackles. Don't know who it was. Hamish Hartlett goes wide. Motlop needs to get this. He does. 3 minutes. They need to hurry up now. So 3 on 3. Goes out the back. Kick forward by Carlton. They're wasting enough time off the clock. Darcy Byrne-Jones needs to go. Only less than 2 to go now. He goes sideways. Do they not know how much time's on the clock? Smothered. On the wing. Running out of time. Big kick needed. Ball doesn't get anywhere near a target and it goes out of bounds. as the siren goes, so Carlton win by 3 points. Port just couldn't get it forward when they needed to.
What stood out for you today, Gaz?
It's such a confidence-building win. If you get out of a game like this with a win, it makes you think you can achieve.
So Eddie Betts gets the game winner again.
Final scores at
1-1 to 1-4. That's terrible.
That's the end of today.
4 inside 50s to 13, so they just weren't getting scores from the inside 50s either. Disposals were pretty 50-50, but the contested possessions heavily favoured Port, so they're just getting to the first of the ball. The kicks, yeah, nothing really. The handballs, nothing really there. Clangers 21 to 13, so yeah, Port needed to be a little bit sharper with it. I mean, 21 Clangers is not bad. 13's really, really good. But yeah, in this weather, you really need to hold on to the ball when you've got it. Yeah, Carlton had 9 more tackles than Port as well. They were keeping the pressure on, and the hit-outs 12 to 3, favouring Carlton. Is probably a big stat in the wet weather when getting closer to goal. Any distance closer to goal is always a good thing. So when we look at the best players, Piscini and Boak both with 5 disposals, Hartley with 4, 6 to Ed and Charlie, and 5 to Cripps. Only 1 goal scorer for both teams, one on Motlop and Eddie Betts. That being said, I reckon Boak will be in there for Port. He'll be the only player in there for Port. You'd go the Kernos. Which one though? Probably Ed? Or was Charlie the one that was doing the rucks? I'll go Charlie. Charlie Kerno will get second best. Eddie Betts will get best on ground. And Boak with third. I wasn't bad. Not bad. I got Charlie right. I just, yeah, I had Boak in there instead of Ed. I should have gone both the Kernos. Well, anyway, yeah, low scoring affair at Adelaide Oval. Carlton getting the choccys. And that cements their spot in the top 8 for now. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next game.